We'll solve this today's LeetCode problem. The question is LeetCode easy. Let's see what the question is asking. So a distinct string is a string that is present only once in an array. Given an array of strings array, an integer k, return the kth distinct string present in array. If there are fewer than k distinct strings, return an empty string. Note that the strings are considered in the order which they appear in the array. So basically the question is asking us to find the kth distinct string present in the array, right? We need to find the kth distinct string. What do you mean by kth distinct string? So we have given distinct string means the string which is present only once in an array, right? Which is present only once in an array, and we need to find that kth times which is occurring only one time of string which is present in this array, and we need to return that the kth time, right? And if there are fewer than kth strings, we need to return an empty string, right? So basically, and one thing is to note here that we need to consider the strings in order which they are present here over here in this string, right? So if we see the first example, here, d is a occurring one times, right? D is occurring one times, b is occurring two times, c is occurring two times, and a is occurring one time, right? One time, right? So basically, if you see what are the distinct integers, d a is a distinct integers here, right? They are occurring only one time, right? And we need to return the kth distinct, right? That is the second distinct, and which will be the second distinct. This a will be the second, right? So we will answer will be a, right? Our answer will be a, right? So this is how the answer is a for the first. Hope you understand the question, right? So basically, we need to, so here in this order, as we have given that which we are need to consider in the order which they are in the array. That's why a is answer. Otherwise, if that is not given, then we can say we can return d or a, whatever you want, right? And suppose if the k is given 1 here, right? If suppose k is given 4 here, right? If k is given 4 here, so we have only two distinct integers, but it is demanding fourth distinct integers, right? And we don't have that, right? So I will just return empty string in that case, right? In that case, I will return empty string, right? If there are more than if they are asking for more than the number of distinct integers, can we have, right? So we will return empty string. So basically, what we need to do, we can, so there can be a brute force approach, right? There can be a brute force approach that uh, we will check for each and every character, that whether it is present in array or not. And if it is not, if it is not, if the duplicates is not present, if the duplicates are not present, what we will do, we will we will count it, right? We will count it. And when and when the count becomes equals to k, the count becomes equals to k, we will return that string. We will return that return that current string. If its duplicate is not present, it means if it is a distinct, right? If it is distinct string, right, then we will return that, right? But this approach, by checking each and every string in whole array, takes o of n into o of n, right? That is o of n square, because we are checking for each and every string in whole array. So we are need to iterate for each and every string in whole array, right? I will check d in whole string, so I need to iterate in whole string for d. Then for b, again for b I will iterate it again. For c I will iterate it again. So that need to be o of n square. But if we see the constraints here, it can be passed because this is given 10 to the power 6, but here it is given 5 also, right? That also take matches. So that is not a feasible solution, right? It is not a optimal solution. So what will the optimal solution? So if you see, we need to count, right? We need to check that whether we have a duplicates or not. So we can count it, right? Suppose we can count it. So can we use a hash map? Can we use a hash map? Which map? Hash map in unordered map, right? This is actually a hash table. This you can you can also take it as a hash table, right? So what this can we do, that we will first insert all the characters we will insert all the characters in HashMap, right? So what I will do, I will insert all the characters in HashMap. So let's take this example as well, right? I will take this the same example. I will insert all the characters in HashMap. So for counting purpose, right? For counting, right? For I will count. I will insert all the characters, all the strings, not characters. Sorry, all the strings and our HashMap and count it, right? So this will store the distinct string and count it, right? So b will occur two times, c will occur one times, a will occur c will occur two times, right? So this will be the stored in hash map, right? And what we will do, we will again we will again iterate in array itself. And what we will check, we will check that which string is occurring only one times, only one times. So what does it help? It will help me to get a distinct string present in array in order wise, right? It will help me to get distinct string in array in the order given in the array, in order present in array, right? So and what we will do, we will also keep track of the count of distinct integers, right? Distinct strings, right? Distinct string, right? And when it becomes equals to k, we will return that, return that. Otherwise we will return empty string, we will return empty string. So this will be the approach for this problem, right? So what we will do, I have all the elements in my map, right? I have all the elements in my map. So what I will do, I will just again iterate in whole array, right? So I will iterate in first d, right? So d is present only one time, so it is a distinct integer, and k is given two times, right? K is given two times, so d is only present only one time, so it is a distinct integer. So I got first distinct integer, right? So I will decrease the k with minus one, right? So now k becomes one, right? K becomes one, and the first distinct integer is r d. Distinct string are is d, right? We go to b, we move to this b. B is occurring twice, so it is not a distinct integer. uh, c is also not a distinct integer. B is is also not a distinct. C is also not a distinct. When we go to a is occurring only one time, so a is a distinct integer. But we need to see that whether a is a kth distinct integer or not, a string or not, right? So if I see this k is 1 and a is again a distinct, so we will again decrease it to 0, right? And this k at k is equals to 0, this a is a distinct. So when k is equals to 0, it means I got my kth string, right? So what I will do, I will return the air here, right? So this is how we find the kth distinct string in the order which is present in the array, right? So let's just implement it. So here this is unordered map, right? This is unordered map. And what we will do, we will iterate an array, we will iterate an array and insert all the characters, all the strings in the unordered map. And we will again iterate in array, because we need to find the distinct string in the order, right? So I will again iterate in this same array, in the same array. And what I will check, I will check that whether if this x is present only one times, like if it is present only one time, it means it can be a kth distinct string, so I will decrease the count, right? And if k is equals to 0, I will return this x, right? I will return this x, because if k is equals to 0, it means I got my distinct string, right? So I will return x. Otherwise I will simply return the empty string, because I don't have the kth distinct string in my array, right? So this is how we solve this question. Just run this. uh, okay, This should be string, not integer. Okay, yeah, we have passed the sample case. Let's submit it. Yeah, we have passed all the test cases. So basically, what will the time and the space complexity for this problem? So the time complexity would be, so this another map takes O of 1 for insertion, O of 1 for accessing the particular element. So in average of everything, all the operations in our map takes O of 1. And also we are iterating in whole array, so that is O of n. O of n and accessing is O of 1, so basically it is O of n. Also for time space complexity, we are taking an extra data structure which takes extra spaces, O of n time, because we are storing, because it can be possible that all the strings are distinct, so it can be O of n again, so that is O of n again, right? So this is how we solve this question. Hope you understand it.